Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is me, Sindhu Sinwar, host for the day, and I hope everybody is happy and safe at their place. As you know, on our usually Fridays are our literature days, and on literature we talk about movie and literature. But today, being a very, very special day because it's Christmas Eve, we thought of actually, bringing forward a Christmas read for you, all so that you all can enjoy the holidays and somehow gain something from it as well. Taking Christmas holidays forward, I just want to wish all the people celebrating Christmas a very, very happy Christmas to everyone out there celebrating. Thank you so much to our guests who have actually, taken their time on Christmas Eve and given us some special insight. I'm really happy to, put them all forward. I'll start off with Aisha. Aisha, how are you?
Hi, Sundar. I'm good. How are you?
Fine, you look lovely in the red lipstick, and the Christmas tree at the back looks amazing.
Thank you. I would really like to wish everybody that's celebrating Christmas and whoever's not, it's just a treat to get together and just, party out. So happy Merry Christmas to everybody around.
And we have Clara with us. Clara, hello. Clara is doing her master's in English literature from Greenwich University. Hello, Clara. How are you? A very Merry Christmas.
Hi Sundar, hi Aisha. Thank you so much. It's a really, really wonderful opportunity for me to be a part of the show on such an event when I'm about to celebrate Christmas. So I'm really happy. Thank you so much, Aisha and Sundar.
Okay, so girls, talking about our, book for the selection, that was A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. As you all know that, when we talk about literature, there's one thing that I always want to prefer that people should read. People should read whether it's, whatever book. They should just, have that awareness of, going forward and reading. So I'll start off with the author of the book, like we always do. So, girls, let's talk about Charles Dickens. So if I start off with Charles Dickens, let me just start and then I can, push you guys in it as well. Uh, I'm being sweet. See, Aisha, I'm not giving you the bowl this time. I'm just being sweet. Okay.
Thank you.
So if I talk about Charles Dickens, the one thing that I saw during his whole career, first because of the fact that he was coming from a family that was finding it hard to what should I say, finance themselves. Somehow when you feel and you see these hardships at a very young age, you get ambitious, you get very reluctant to do something and make a change in your life. So I did see the change in his writing as well. When he is even talking about in Christmas Carol, I can see that he wants people to be grateful because people have so much, yet they don't want to come back to that. Talking about his addiction, talking about his alcohol behavior, I believe that every writer has some kind of a controversy attached to them, and that's what I believe that makes a writer special, that their controversies are always there. His long lineage of kids, or talking about how he was as a writer, I would have to say that one thing I do see in Charles Dickens is that he's very profound about humanistic approaches. He's very into the fact that we should have our relationships at the top prior level. Although his life was a very mixed situation, I believe he was a family man, but at the same time, leaving his uh, what should I say, family aside, and going forward in a second marriage. Somehow I thought that what if he's not there? But then again, I believe everybody has different reasons for changing their life. So this is my intake on the author. So I will ask Aisha. Now, Aisha, you tell me, what do you think about Charles Dickens?
The first book that I read about of Charles Dickens was Oliver Twist back in 2000 and I think 7 or 8. That really like there was another new emotion that I actually found, within myself that was arising after I read that book. It was heart touching, it was painful, yet at the same time, towards the end, it becomes a little happy as well. That if you start from nothing, it's you achieve something if you have that motive within it. It gave me a new drive to strive out of whatever hardships that you get, because I was like, if Oliver could do it, I can also do it. I had that passion within me starting new. So I feel Charles Dickens, yes, just like you said, he touches a lot of people, not only like the niche but the masses. Like, he reached out to everybody. Somebody maybe like, a cobbler or a shoe polisher would, even if he gets around a book and if he's reading it, he would be like, oh, okay, yes, no, people like me also can achieve things in life. He would he can light that candle within people, if there is dark space. So even that darkness could bring, get a new passion or new light within from them. So I feel that for me was something that Charles Dickens started along with Jane Austen, obviously. But yeah, Charles Dickens had that. For me, he started on that. So yeah.
Okay, Clara, talking to you about Charles Dickens as an author, what do you have to say about it?
Well, when I was going through some of his books, and especially Christmas Carol, what I found out was that he usually portrays his own personal experiences into his text. Because if we speak about Christmas Carol particularly, then I would say that he used to go through like the things that were happening much in the novel. He was actually facing that when he was a child. So he has put that into his novel, and there's always that personalized feeling, I can say. There's always that personal feelings, and you can relate to it. Because Christmas Carol, because I'm being particular, because that is the that we're talking about, is Christmas Carol is something that enlightens that Christmas spirit in you, which is not about decorating your house or wearing fancy clothes or something like that. It's basically about spreading happiness all around and taking care of those who cannot celebrate Christmas. So I think that he actually gives us that enlightenment in our soul, because when I was going through that text and the movie and everything, I was like, okay, this is what we all should be doing. This is all what all should be following. This is the actual Christmas spirit that we was talking about.
Talking about Christmas spirit, and talking about how much I would say Christmas is celebrated all over now, and we have a very huge celebrations going on. Even in Pakistan recently, I saw people were actually carrying a whole rally of Christmas. It was fun. It was fun to see people actually doing with different things. So talking about now the book has characters, okay, and Scrooge is known to all. Like abhi tak they say that because of the fact that Charles Dickens wrote so well, up till now the book's printing hasn't stopped. It's a huge thing. I would say if a book's printing is not stopped, that means that the book is actually still making its what should I say word up till now in this generation. So for me, I would say any piece of literature that is timeless, that goes as Rapound says, that timeless literature is something that is always seen and appreciated by everyone. So I totally agree to that fact. This book actually holds a very special part. सबसे बड़ी बात है कि इतना पुरानी it was such an old writing that इसमें हम लोग chapters की जगह staves लिखा हुआ देखते हैं, because at that time they used to write stave over there. They did not used to write chapters. So talking about the what should I say characters, uh, my personal favorite, I have to say, it has to be the Scrooge. I'm being very very biased. I'm sorry. तुम लोग मुझे बोलोगे you guys are going to listen to this. No, why? But I think it's amazing. The way the character is played, number one. Number two, both in movie and in book, I see the transformation. And when I see the transformation of a character, it somehow speaks to me, because that's what our life is about. It's about a constant change. And if I see that change in a character, I want to relate to it. So first of all, going from a complete bad to complete good, I believe the whole transition, it builds upon you and it helps you, and it makes you relate to it. Sometimes even I am so cranky. I believe that when we used to have Clara, we have Eid, and sometimes I'm really cranky about Eid. And I'm like always like, I don't want to do it. Why? And but what's the spirit there? Now nothing is much. I wear the same clothes. I'm not gonna go that. But I believe that, it showed me. It showed me that the race for money will always be there, but then it's up to you how you have to portray yourself, how you have to go forward in life. So I am all for Scrooge. I'll ask Clara now. Clara, who is your favorite character?
Well, for me, selecting one favorite character is really difficult, because I like all the characters, the spirits and everything. But I really, really like the character of the clerk, Bob Cratchit, because I don't know why, but he's always, happy with what he have. He's thankful, he's happy, he's thankful for his family, he's loving, he's caring, and he's actually is celebrating Christmas. He's not the one who like have a lot of money in his pocket and is like, okay, I don't care about Christmas. What is it? I don't have anyone. No, he is, very much into that Christmas. He's actually going out and spending time with his family. That is what, so I think Bob Cratchit's character is basically is a character that indicates towards the Christmas spirit. What I observed when I was reading it and when I was watching the movie as well, Bob Cratchit always have the element of fire around him. The fire element here symbolizes the actual Christmas spirit. Is always enlightened with that Christmas spirit. So and sorry, and I think just a minute. Scrooge, he does not have, he has that cold in him, and he's always surrounded with darkness and everything. So there's less light in Scrooge, but yes, Bob Cratchit will it's he's enlightened with the Christmas spirit. And secondly, the way he takes care of everyone in his family. So it's not only about having good meal or just wearing fancy clothes, stuff like that. He's actually there to spend time with his family. So that is why I really like Bob Cratchit. I really like his character.
I actually am so thankful for Clara's interpretation. I would, before I, bring Aisha along, Aisha, don't you think, because she actually told us about fire, and even I now am, looking at that point of view. I was not looking at that point of view, but she's right. Carrying with the fire and everything. That's a very good perspective that you brought, Clara. I really appreciate that. So, Aisha, you tell me.
Okay, I would like
Thank
to
you.
relate to first. So this is point that yes, I become Scrooge on Eid ul Azha. A lot of people might judge me on that, but okay, I do not like animal slaughtering. Okay, yes, it's in Islam and everything, but I am somebody who would start crying 7 a.m. in the morning. When I was like young, I used to start crying and I used to be like, don't cut them, because I used to constantly hear those noises. So I become Scrooge during Eid ul Azha throughout the 3 days, and I'm like, it's disgusting and all of that. But I love Tiny Tim's character. I feel he's so sentimental, and the emotions that easily comes to him. I feel somewhat I relate to that, because I am very over emotional. At times, yes, emotions are good to have. Emotions is really good, but at times a little too many emotions come together, and then you're like, okay, I think I have lost my mind. So I feel like if I keep that in check, yes, I think Tiny Tim's character really gets to me. I really loved the way that was played out in during the movie as well, and even during the book. And then again, I think Scrooge is another one, that character that that good and bad, the balance of both, the evil and the yin and the yang. He's such an amazing, the transformation that takes place over him. I feel everybody's life there happens to be that one moment that you change yourself, be it from good to bad or from bad to good. So I feel through that I love Scrooge, and I think. It became even more special for me after the character that was played by the actor for me is like amazing. So yeah.
So, Clara, before we go forward, all your peers are really, really happy to see you, and they're actually, wishing you Merry Christmas. And I'm so happy that you came, because I know it's very hard for you to take out time on the Christmas Eve. But I thank you again for doing that. So, talking about the big question. I always
Yeah.
forget to put drum roll. I don't know.
Thank you so much, Sundar, and I really, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You may continue, Clara.
I was just saying that I'm really, really thankful for all my friends who are actually wishing me Merry Christmas. So thank you so much. I'm usually the most quiet person in my class, but rarely I speak. So yeah, it's like a surprise to them as well that I'm actually here and talking.
I was so happy when I approached Clara. Aisha, I have to say that because, it's very hard for people to come online and talk about things. But she was so, happy about it. And she was like, definitely, I'd love to do it. And I was like, whenever it's suitable for you, because I totally understand. Just हमारे पास ईद पे time नहीं होता. It's so hard for her to even, take out this time. But she did it for us, and I really appreciate it. So, Clara, talking about, our big contention, question, because we all actually watched just to clear the whole air for the audience. We all actually watched the movie that had the animated version, that was Jim Carrey. Okay, because we all wanted to come on one space, because there was another movie that was in 1960s, I forget, if I'm right. So we did not wanted to switch in with two movies, so we started off with the Jim Carrey one. So that's the only thing I
Yeah.
wanted to. Now you guys tell me, what do you say? Is it? Just give me a minute. Yeah. So now you guys tell me, is it going to be the book or the movie? I will start with Aisha.
Okay. Yeah, the movie
For
has
me,
Jim
I
Carrey
think
in
it's
it.
going to
So
be the book.
movie.
I'm not a yeah.
No, Clara, you may start. Hello.
Well, I was saying that I'm not, into movies a lot and watch a lot of movies. So I really like, I don't know why, but I just enjoy reading books. So for me, it's the book because it has all those detailings of what Scrooge was thinking, what Cratchit was thinking, what they were going through and stuff. So for me, it's the book.
Aisha, what about you?
If it was anybody else playing other than Jim Carrey, I would have gone with the book, honestly. But Jim Carrey, I think he nailed the character of Scrooge. For me, his expressions, like, till date, I have tried to like TikTok, do those Scrooge TikToks, but I cannot do those expressions that he does because I feel I'm very grumpy most of the time and I scrunch my face a lot. But I don't know, I just can't seem to be like, that in it as obviously Jim Carrey is the Jim Carrey, but I feel he did an amazing job of playing Scrooge. He nailed the character, so I would go with the movie this time. Now the ball's in your court.
Yeah, the ball's in my court. So talking about, just to have a little serious note, I would say, okay, rather be book, rather be movie. We just make it a little humorous for the audience so that they can actually have fun. But we do believe that every piece of writing, every piece of work that's done, even the adaptations, they all hold very special place because people put in so much hard work for it. We are no people to what should I say, judge anybody's work, but we just want to show you guys the what should I say, smoother or funnier side of any part. So that's what we try to do. And if I talk about it, I will have to say, I know, it's something that people always tell me that Sundar, you sometimes get diplomatic, but seriously, this time I think it's a 50-50. I cannot choose.
No, 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 no. Choose one.
This is very hard for me, but thank you. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'll tell you why. The book is amazing. The book is amazing. Why? Because जैसे मैंने बोला transcend करती है पूरी. It goes through the whole lane. But then talking about the movie, I'm so confused. I always feel like I'm somehow in between. So if I talk about it from a reader's perspective, I do think that the movie has more votes than the book, because I believe that the movie animated one actually did a lot of efforts for me,
Yeah.
because it was very nice. It was very nice. I think that they portrayed it very well. Some scenes were actually manipulated. Some scenes were cut, just like the carol scene. The carol was actually singing, but in that it's just shown that they just they just go quiet when they sing. That's completely different. I was waiting for that in the what should I say, animated one. But well, what can we say? That's pretty much it. I believe that, my idea is not something so big, but I do believe that everybody has their own choice. So, talking about Christmas, talking about the great spirit of Christmas, and uh, that's the whole idea about our show as well. We want to wish everybody. So, Clara, can you just give us 5 minutes and explain to us your normal, Christmas routine? That how is it, and what do you guys come across with, and what's the whole idea of coming up together? I think Clara has an internet issue. Can you hear her, Aisha?
Nope, nope, I can't.
Yeah, I think Clara, you have to go and come back again because we feel like there's some kind of a distortion in your connection.
Okay, over here, I have this beautiful quote by Charles Dickens. Is it okay if I read that out here?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, please. We'd love it. In the meantime,
You know,
Clara is telling us.
so it's from Christmas Carol only. He says, "Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealing of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business." So, I really love this quote because it sums it all up that, what being a human is, or humanity, what does it mean? Everything is your business if you want to work on it. And if not, then, nothing really matters to us because it's just us and our own selves. But if you want to change things, you start from one place and then you can, go places.
I so totally agree to your idea as well because I do believe that Charles Dickens is always famous for his writing and the way he has actually written for people. It's very very nice. For me, I would say that the whole part and the whole idea of Greenwich University and our idea of bringing Christmas spirit forward was to make everybody understand the open-mindedness that our university welcomes. We are very, very, what should I say, inclusive when it comes to education. And Greenwich University has actually opened its doors and its scholarships as well for everybody. They do not, judge on color, creed, or any religious backgrounds. And we believe that everybody has the right to education. So our whole idea of bringing this even forward was to just make sure everybody is connected. Actually, talking about your Christmas spirit, what do you see in Christmas?
Okay, see, just like I feel we celebrate Eid or any other, Hanukkah or whatever that we celebrate, any religion or any, celebration that is there in every religion. I feel it is a special time to just get people together, all the loved ones coming together, just sitting around, chit chatting. And I feel that's the most beautiful time. The aura is beautiful just because you have all your loved ones together, be it friends, be it family, everybody sitting together, giving each other gifts. I feel gifts is another notion that it does not matter how big or how small a gift is, but just exchanging something, gives, I feel, it spreads love even more. So be it a bracelet, or be it like a handmade, I feel handmade gifts are even more beautiful. So, I feel that those small notions really bring it up, and lightening your house with as many colors and as many ornaments, I think that's the most beautiful part of it. So that's why I have like a very teeny tiny mini version of it here, but I can see Clara's blingy beautiful one there.
Yeah, I totally agree to that. That was a very lovely explanation. So, Clara, I hope you can hear me. I don't think so, Clara has internet. It may be because of the busy signals. Oh, looks like her internet is having a problem. No worries, but this was a little show on Christmas Eve. We tried to, amalgamate everything together. We tried to, bring the Christmas spirit together. Inshallah, in the next future as well, what we're going to do is we're going to help out and, see if we can see different things and bring different aspects together. So this is me and Aisha from Greenwich University signing off and wishing you guys a very, very Merry Christmas and all the Greenwich faculty as well who's celebrating today. So we wish all the teachers as well and all the people who have come here and wished Clara and all the people Merry Christmas. So I hope everybody has good holidays. We stay safe, stay home. We don't party so much that we get infected. So please, everybody, be safe and yeah, Allah Hafiz.